Hi everybody, I'm Shonda Miles. I want to talk to you about what I learned from cooking banana pudding this time. So I cooked banana pudding. I have for probably, I don't know, I'm gonna say a decade, but for a long time regardless. I have been cooking banana pudding for a long time, and so I typically just follow a recipe. So I've gotten this recipe. I'm not sure where I got it from, but I got this recipe and I just follow it exactly to a T every single time. And every single time it seems that people like the banana pudding, right? So a lot of people are, say good things about my banana pudding. So let me just add a caveat, right? I am the self-proclaimed worst cook in the world, right? So I cook banana pudding, or I fix banana pudding because it's one thing that I can cook. Or I can fix one thing, and I'm proud of it. No, I'm not. But I don't eat banana pudding, so that's important to mention that I don't eat banana pudding. But I fix it because people like it. So I'm gonna say a decade. So a decade, I've been cooking banana pudding at least several times a year. I fix banana pudding. My second to the oldest son, he likes banana pudding, so I try to fix it whenever I can. So this Christmas was the first time that I tasted the banana pudding. So I don't like it, so I don't taste it. I just fix it according to the recipe. So the recipe says do this, this, and this, and I just fix it the exact same time. But I noticed, I fixed it early in the year, and I noticed like once one of the serving, because I typically do 4 or 5 pans of banana pudding, but I noticed this once early in the year, it was like a little bit too soupy. So I decreased the amount of milk. I still didn't taste it though. And still people were saying, can you fix some banana pudding? Can you, and so I thought, okay, it's good. People are eating it, right? It must taste good. They keep coming back and keep asking me, will you do banana pudding? Will you do banana pudding? And so, for me and not being a cook, if somebody asks me to cook something, it must taste okay, right? So I decided I was going to taste it for Christmas. So I did taste it for Christmas, and I thought, there's something a little bit off on this banana pudding. And so I decided, okay, so I'm going to do one little thing to change, to just make it a little bit better. It seems a little bit off. And so in my taste buds, I'm looking for something that tastes good. So that's what so I was like, okay, I'm going to make this little change and I'm going to see if it tastes better. So I did, and then I fixed it again. And then I noticed, okay, maybe if I tweak it a little bit this way, it'll taste better. So I'll let you know how that turns out. But I'm going to tell you, this is what I learned. So I am a business owner. I'm a consultant. I'm a coach. I teach. I'm a trainer. And so what I learned about this, what this taught me was that if you don't taste, I'm going to bring it home. But if you don't taste your food, you don't know if it tastes good or not. Just because people keep coming back for more of what you cook, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best that it could be. But it also taught me that when we teach things that we don't know, we teach things from a book, we don't teach things what we know, we don't give our very best. We can't give a real life experience because we don't have experience to draw from, right? But when you do something and you teach it, you do something, you teach it, you're learning, you're growing, you can give a deeper, richer experience. Not that you can't teach something that you read from a book, because we can all kind of get something we can read something in a book and we can relate to it. We can build on it. We can, give our experience. But if we never did a thing and we teach it, it's not as good as it could be if we had experienced it ourselves. So because I fixed the banana pudding and I tasted it, I could see that there was something that was off, that somebody who had tasted my banana pudding couldn't tell me. Maybe it was okay with them the way it tasted, but for me it was like a little bit something different need to be changed. But when we teach something and we haven't done it, it deprives the person of getting the most out of it that they could. But when we teach something that we've experienced, we teach something and we had to go through something to get it. We had a challenge. It was just an experience. We can draw from the depth of the experience, whether it's good, bad, ugly. We can still tell a different story. We can still make it more alive. We can still teach something because we've learned it ourselves, because we've done it. So we deprive ourselves from the richness of experience, is what I'm saying, if we don't do something first. We can learn. We need to learn and apply before we can teach it. We got to go through it. We got to do it over and over again. So we got to put in our reps. I'm all for learning. I teach learning all the time. I'm all for reading. I'm studying, listening to audiobooks. But what makes the experience better for the consumer, the client, is if we learn and apply, and then we can teach it. We learn, apply, and then teach it. We got to have some experience. The depth of the experience is better. We can teach it better when we have done it. We've been through it. We've experienced something. But so just something to be thinking about is, in the future, if you notice that things are not as well as you want them to be, if you're a coach or consultant, and maybe it's because you haven't done enough application. Maybe you need to do more so you can experience how your client might be feeling as far as fear. Maybe you can do more so you can see how your client might be feeling as far as, the hesitation. And so just something to be thinking about in the future is that you want to learn and grow and get better, apply, but you want to make sure that you're doing it so you can teach it better, so you can explain it better, so you can help somebody better, because you had a full experience. You can see all the things they had to go through, all the emotions they had to go through to get to the other side. And so just some food for thought. It's just to be thinking about when you teach something. Have you applied it? Have you done it yourself? Before you've actually tried to tell somebody else. And of course, I believe that teaching it enriches our experience, because we can really get it down deep in us when we teach it. But I believe that there's some application that needs to be done as well. They marry together very well. So in the future, just think about, applying it as well as teaching it, applying it so you can learn more and you can be better when you do teach it.